As I said before, Harav Yolles from Philadelphia, was the chief rabbi of Philadelphia, would come to the Rebbe's Farbrengen every weekday Farbrengen. And he would sit on a chair on the bima that he would put on the Rebbe's right side. He also had this custom, it started at one point, that on Yutas Kislev, when the Rebbe would make the Chalukas Hashas, and everybody would have to write on a card which Mesichta they're taking, so the Rebbe would also write on the card which Mesichta is taking. And the Rebbe, I remember one Farbrengen in the beginning of the Chovs, I forget which year it was, one of the Yutas Kislev Farbrengen, the Rebbe needed a pen, so Rav Yolles was sitting not far, took out the pen from his pocket and gave it to the Rebbe. And from then on, every year, on Yutas Kislev, when the Rebbe needed a pen to fill out the card which Mesichta is taking, Harav Yolles would have ready a pen. And I think he would buy every year, as that's what they said, every year a special gold pen just for this, and he would give it to the Rebbe, and the Rebbe would use it for bringing, and he would give it back, and you'd have the pen. One year, the Vadam Sadr decided that when they put his chair on the bima, on the right side of the Rebbe, and they put it pretty far away, so he shouldn't sit right next to the Rebbe. But what he used to do, he used to slowly, I don't know if it's bekavana, without kavana, but slowly he would get closer and closer. And they felt that he's getting too close. So what they did was to make sure that the chair cannot move. So one Farbrengen, they decided to tie the chair with chains to the table so it won't be able to move. He came to the Farbrengen, he sat down on the chair, and he tried to move it, and he saw it doesn't go. So he couldn't move it. He obviously wrote this to the Rebbe later, and the Rebbe sent out a zettel to the Vadam Sadr. Who is the one that tied Harav Yolles' chair b'shalshaloya shel barzel, with chains made of metal, iron chains? Actually, the Loshen shalshaloya shel barzel, which is used in Chazal in different places, it's not such a positive term. It says when you go to jail, you go b'shalshaloya shel barzel. It says really, he could have gone to Yolles with Shalshalosh Shel Barza. Other places, it says the Loshen Shalshalosh Shel Barza, which is a negative term, like when you put someone in jail. So the Rebbe used the term here. Who is the one that tied the chair of Yolles with Shalshalosh Shel Barza with the metal chains? They answered the Rebbe, the Vadam Sadr answered the Rebbe, that it wasn't one individual, it was a decision of the whole Vad. They all take responsibility for it. The Rebbe answered that he wants to know exactly who is the one that actually put on the chains. So I think they answered again, if I remember correctly, that it's not an individual, it's a responsibility of the whole Vad. And the Rebbe said, no, he wants to know exactly who it is. And the Rebbe said that the one that did it should right away resign from being a member of the Vadam Sadr. That's how much it bothered the Rebbe that they did this. And actually that's what happened. The one that actually did it, now I don't know if it means the one that physically tied the chain or the one that it was his idea, I can't say exactly. But the one that was responsible, even though they all took responsibility, the Rebbe wanted he should resign, and right away he resigned, and from then on he was not anymore a member of the Vadam Sadr. Now here we see how much the Rebbe cared about the Kovod of Yolles, which probably many reasons for it, for whoever he was, his own greatness or whatever it is. But I think another thing is because the kiruv that the Rebbe was makarev him was because the Friedrich Rebbe was makarev him and the Friedrich Rebbe was machabed him. So by the Rebbe, the Kovod of Yolles also connected to the Kovod of the Friedrich Rebbe. Maybe we could say that. And therefore, it bothered the Rebbe very much that they did something that he was very offended, that they tied his chair b'shal shalosh shabazel, and the Rebbe went so far that he even said that the one that did it, or the one that's responsible for it, should resign. And that's what happened, because seemingly, maybe it's because this is connected to the cover of the Friedrich Rebbe.